My name is Dan Mucci, and I'm the Marketing and Development Coordinator at Child and Adolescent Behavioral Health. And today I am filling in for Kyle Schwartz on Q&A with CNA. And this month we are welcoming back Stacey Pancher Rippey, who has been with us before, talking about a different program. Today she's going to talk about a new program. So welcome, Stacey.
Thank you.
And tell me a little bit about yourself. So where did you grow up? What college did you attend?
I grew up in the city of Canton, Ohio, and I went to Kent State University for my graduate degree in psychology, and then I went on to the University of Cincinnati to get my clinical counseling degree.
Great. And so how long have you been with Child and Adolescent Behavioral Health?
22 years now.
So I believe I heard that you started there, took some time off, and came back. So what made you kind of leave and then come back?
Yes. Had a little bit to do with my daughter. She had some aspirations out in Los Angeles, so we left for a year, spent a year in LA, and then came back here and I resumed my work with child and adolescent.
So you must enjoy working with children.
Absolutely, yes.
Great. Yes. So when you were here before, you were under a different program. You were with the peer program. Now you are kind of starting a new program called Care Pathway. So why don't you explain a little bit to us what that entails, what the program will do, some of the things like that.
I took over what was called the DBT program about 2 years ago in 2019. DBT stands for Dialectical Behavior Therapy, and it's a treatment model based on Marsha Linehan's treatment. And so we use some DBT-informed care in our treatment. It's evidence-based. It's been proven to help kids who are at risk of suicide. And so we're taking it kind of like a step further with the Care Pathway program and just providing a little bit more of a structured approach to assessing and treating kids who are at risk of suicide and self-harm. And we're using the Zero Suicide framework. And anyone who's interested in learning more about Zero Suicide, the Zero Suicide framework can go to zerosuicide.edu.org. There's a plethora of information on there about it. But we're using it to kind of fine-tune and structure our screening and assessment of kids who are at risk, and to kind of put them on a care management plan, thus the Care Pathway. So, for our most at-risk kids, they're going to be on a care pathway, which will include things like, DBT treatment, safety planning. We also use the CAMS tool, which is a collaborative assessment for suicide management. So that's
great.
Kind of what that includes.
And so what age groups are you primarily working with?
Ages generally 13 and up.
Okay. And so I'm a parent of 2 kids. So if I thought one of my kids was maybe displaying some self-harming or suicide ideation, like what other cues or tips should a parent be looking for to maybe recognize some of these signs or symptoms?
That's a good question. And I think a lot of parents hear this kind of thing and are wondering, oh my gosh, I wonder if my kid's at risk. So, if your kid is starting to you see some personality changes, they're starting to kind of isolate themselves from family and friends, show a lack of interest in things they typically enjoyed. If you're seeing any signs of cutting, they may be cutting arms, inner thighs, stomach. There's, if you see medications missing. One thing is too, if you start to see like scissors or razors in odd places, like in their bedroom or in a backpack, that could be a sign of concern. Wearing long sleeves in the summertime is usually a key. It's hot and they have long sleeves on. And medications missing can be a sign that they might be at risk. So those are generally some of the signs you might want to look for.
Great. And so we are in summertime, as you mentioned. So do kids tend to be more self-isolated in the summer than the school year? Parents aren't home, they're working, although we're under still some unusual circumstances here. So do parents need to be more like on guard in the summer, so to speak?
I think it's easier. The telltale signs are a little easier in the summertime because in the winter, obviously kids are going to likely be in long sleeves, right? So I think it is a little easier in the summertime in terms of dress and trying to cover up the scars. Yeah, that's
okay. And so if I was a parent and overly concerned something might be happening, what is the best way to get in contact with you or your program?
Okay, you can Google child and adolescent. We have 4 facilities. If you want to reach me at the Plain office, it's 330-460-4061. I don't usually call my own number, but yeah. So, but if you Google child and adolescent, we do have 4 different facilities, 2 in Canton, 1 in Alliance, 1 at Plain Local. So yeah, that's the easiest way to get a hold of us. We have a website.
Great. Well, again, as Stacey said, if you want some more information about child and adolescent behavioral health, you can go to childandadolescent.org. You can call 330-433-6075 or the Plain Local office. I want to thank you, Stacey, for joining us. And just a reminder, next month, Kyle will be back in this seat for Q&A with CNA.